Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is a Yoni soap with apple cider vinegar and an infusion of clove. Like clove is an anti-inflammatory ingredient, also an antibacterial ingredient, so it's awesome. And then this is my caustic soda, then my container. So I begin measurements, and I am starting with the apple cider vinegar first. And this is what I'm going to do. This is what I did. It's a 50-50 ratio of the apple cider vinegar and then the infusion from the clove. So basically it's water infused with clove, then apple cider vinegar is at 5%. Yes, I'm using this bather. So I'm taking the measurement of the apple cider vinegar. I'm going to tear the scale, as obviously I'm on the scale, and then I'll have to tear it to 0 before I measure to get accuracy. So this is it. I'm measuring the apple cider vinegar. I don't know, I just love this color of apple cider vinegar. It looks wineish, right? So this is it. After measuring it, then I'm moving on to measuring the clove infused water, right? Clove is awesome, honestly, for the uni benefit. It says awesome. Just try it and tell me later how your benefits of clove. Clove has a lot of benefit for hair growth, for skin care, for odor from the mouth and even down there. Guys, clove is not a herb that you should play around with. It's really a serious thing. Okay, so I'm just taking out some of the clove itself. I infused it with it, and the good things about this infusion, there's even no preservative in it, just clean distilled water. Yes, there's no preservative, and that's one of the things I love. I also use it also for my feminine wash. Yes, my feminine wash, I make it with the hot processed soap, like popularly known as the Castile soap, basically. But my own, I formulate it from the scratch by myself, the hot processed soap, and I also use clove. And so basically anything you need down there, I don't play with clove. So now moving on to the caustic soda. There's no way you make soap without caustic soda. That one is very, very compulsory. It's very necessary like that. So I'm going to measure. So after measuring the caustic soda, I would, okay, I'm measuring this caustic soda actually right now. Then I'm going to mix it obviously with the liquid, that is the combination of the apple cider vinegar and the clove extracted water, right? Basically, now I'm not going to use it that same day. Most cases when I'm making this soap, I allow it to sit overnight. That is the solution of the lye and water, let me say, mixture. I allow it to stay for up to 18 to 24 hours first before I eventually make the soap. Yes. And the reason is for it to, like, since it's a soap for a very sensitive place, you need to make sure every single lye is well dissolved. So now I'm just pouring the lye, basically just doing the lye water mixture. That's the truth. Please, if you're seeing this, if you came across this channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you want to see more recipes on soap, variety of recipes, maybe soaps for acne, soaps for eczema, soaps for so many other things, I believe, you just let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to tell me where you're watching me from as well. Like, it helps for me to know exactly where my subscribers are coming from. It gives this connection, if you know what I mean. So basically what I'm just doing is the normal. You can go, I have a full playlist on soap making, like, okay, basically DIY. So in that DIY playlist, you will see soap making videos. I have more than 5 soap making videos, so you can still go watch them. But basically every soap is just like cooking. It has a different recipe and variant as well, right? So what I'm just doing now is mixing it. Meanwhile, this process, you have to be very careful. If you're a soap maker or a beginner soap maker, you would know that the fumes that come out of this process, it's it's not good for the, it's going to like irritate you when you inhale it, so you better stay away from it. So now moving on to the next thing is the oils. Now this is like after 24 hours, so basically this is the following day. Yeah, I'm now measuring the oils. So I'm starting first with um my melted shea butter. Now I make sure I melt my shea butter before I take the measurement of the shea butter. Yeah, to me it's much more reliable, right? Something like that. But I don't know, you can use it even unmelted, but I just prefer, everybody has their own pattern and this is mine. So I've measured the shea butter. So I'm going to go to the next oil. So basically my combination of oil is as normal. That is a hard oil, a soft oil, and a conditioning oil. So this coconut oil today is my hard oil of choice. So I am just measuring it as well. I'm using almond oil now. After measuring coconut oil, now I'm measuring out almond oil. Yeah, so basically you can use as much oils as you want, but just make sure they stick to the proportion that is required. So now I'm using this oil. It's called the African olive in Hausa, like of course a Nigerian content creator. So in Hausa, this African olive oil is called man atili. So I'm sure those that understand Hausa or those that are from the north will be familiar with this. But in English, it is called the African olive. You know, we have the olive, like the one for olive oil, and this one is the African olive. So in case you don't know that African olive exists, now you do. So after measuring the oils, I am done measuring the oil. So the next procedure is just adding the lye water mixture into the oils. You can see the color, like as it stands right now, the color of the oils and the color of the lye water mixture I like. You understand? So obviously we know we're going to end up with maybe an off kind of milk color or light brown soap. Yes, so I'm just pouring it in gradually. Like there's something that happened, I don't know what happened, my camera stopped recording. I don't know if maybe the memory got filled up, but I didn't record the part where I stick blend it. So just bear with me. There are other soap videos. Basically what I just did was stick blending, and stick blending is not something you do very harsh. Like it's just a mild kind of stick blending to mix the water, the lye, and the oils together. And immediately this oil and the water comes in contact, saponification automatically has started. So now this is it in the mold. I've stick blended and now is inside the mold. So I'm going to let this soap sit for 18 to 24 hours. Then afterwards I'm now cutting. So basically this soap is going to sit for about 4 weeks to cure properly before it is used. Like I made this soap and our weather, it's been raining for like 3 days, so there's a lot of humidity sort of, so the soap is somehow wet.